Ministers and Minister for Mining, Energy, Industry, Commerce and Tourism, Republic of Burundi, distinguished ministers and heads of delegation, Her Excellency Chileshe Mpundu Kapwepwe, Secretary General COMESA, Mr. James Chimwaza, President COMESA Business Council, captains of industry, development partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the 18th COMESA Business Forum and Exhibition in Nairobi, Kenya. Karibuni, Kenya. Kenya hakuna matata. We are delighted to have our chief guest, Professor Kindiki Kithure, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, whose presence here adds immense value to our business forum. We are indeed privileged to host this important business forum that brings together policymakers, the private sector, development partners, and innovators to chart the future of trade and investment in our region and beyond. This year's theme, leveraging digitalization to deepen regional chains for sustainable and inclusive growth, captures the essence of our collective task. With a market of over 680 million people, COMESA has enormous potential, yet to unlock it, we must harness digital technologies to enhance productivity, deepen value chains, and strengthen competitiveness across our economies. So this forum provides a unique opportunity for us to examine practical solutions from smart agriculture and digital trade facilitation to efficient logistics and greater mobility of business persons across the region. The recommendations that emerge will form the COMESA Business Declaration to be presented to the 24th COMESA Summit of Heads of State and Government, ensuring that our deliberations today have a direct policy impact. Distinguished delegates, I urge you to engage actively, forge new partnerships, and take full advantage of this platform. Together, we can lay the foundation for a more resilient, inclusive, and competitive COMESA. With these remarks, I once again warmly welcome you to Nairobi and wish you productive discussions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam PS, for welcoming all of us to this meeting. I just want to remind you that all of us, we are at home. Kenya is the cradle of mankind. It is widely known that. And so feel free, because this is where we all started, and this is where we all belong. And at this point, I just want you to get your phone and tell somebody that you are in a meeting with the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And you need to tell, especially your cousins, that you are here. And they need to tune in to KBC, because occasionally they are going to see you. And I can confirm that you are all looking very, very good today. And so, as we congregate here to discuss our issues and our affairs as COMESA, it is with profound joy I seek to invite Mr. Hitesh Medirata, the Vice Chairperson of the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, to come and address this forum. Let's put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Medirata. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, Honorable Ministers present, distinguished delegates, fellow business leaders, and development partners, good morning. It is a pleasure to honor and to represent the Kenya Association of Manufacturers at this important COMESA forum. I extend my sincere appreciation to the COMESA Secretariat and the COMESA Business Council, in close collaboration with Kenya's Ministry of Investments in Trade and Industry for convening this platform, which reinforces the importance of regional collaboration, trade integration, and private sector engagement. Allow me to begin by highlighting who we are as Kenya Association of Manufacturers. KAM is a business member organization representing value-add companies and associated services in Kenya. At the core of our mission is our purpose, creating prosperity for the nation through sustainable industrialization. Established in 1959, KAM represents over 1,300 members who are grouped into 14 sectors. KAM has also regional presence in 7 strategic areas across the country to drive county-driven advocacy initiatives. We are at the forefront in driving fact-based policy advocacy towards the formation of industrial policies that strengthen and support the country's economic development. We promote trade and investment and encourage the formulation, enactment, and administration of sound policies that facilitate a competitive business environment and reduce the cost of doing business. KAM also provides an essential link for cooperation, dialogue, and understanding with the government and other key stakeholders by representing its members' views and concerns through fact-based policy advocacy. I am happy to note that KAM sits on the CBC board, where our former board chair, Mr. Mushai Kunia, serves as the first vice president. This demonstrates that collaboration between the private sector and the regional blocs is vital in achieving inclusive growth and development by leveraging combined experience, mobilizing resources, and fostering innovation to unlock economic opportunities and to address shared challenges. The partnership creates a public-private ecosystem, finances infrastructure, boosts trade, improves market access, and facilitates policy alignment to build prosperous, interconnected regions. The importance of collaboration between private sector and the regional blocs. COMESA is one of Kenya's key markets and a significant source of raw materials. Overall, Africa accounts about 42% of Kenya's export market. COMESA makes up 11% of this, behind the East African community, which makes up 30%, and the rest of Africa at just 1%. It's worth noting that all EAC members, except one, are also members of COMESA, making both regional blocs vital to Kenya's economy. This highlights the need for us to strengthen our ability to source goods from within COMESA. By increasing the current 11% sourcing from African markets, we can significantly boost intra-COMESA trade. Looking ahead, the TFTA, which unites the EAC, COMESA, and SADC, are expected to play a crucial role in addressing the challenges of overlapping memberships, while also expanding the opportunities of Kenya and other COMESA members to benefit more from regional integration. Manufacturing is central to economic transformation across COMESA members. Here in Kenya, the sector contributes to employment, value addition, and regional exports. At KAM, we strongly believe that industrialization is the engine for inclusive growth, and we are committed to deepening our role and driving sustainable, competitive manufacturing across the region. This is why we actively participate in regional and international engagements such as these, and it presents us with a unique opportunity to engage other countries and businesses and develop strategies to leverage shared markets, harmonize policies, and collective industrial strategies. Our participation is driven by Kenya's position as a manufacturing hub in the region and a key player in COMESA. However, there still lies immense potential within the region, which boasts a population of 560 million people and 780 billion in GDP, that's in dollars. This includes EAC's population and GDP. Intra-COMESA trade is still low. It currently stands at 14%. Regrettably, we are trading more with non-COMESA countries than we are within ourselves. It is imperative for us to leverage opportunities to develop regional value chains in both manufacturing and in agro-processing. Additionally, there is a high concentration of similar product lines across COMESA region, predominantly at the finished state level. Herein lies the opportunities to create diversity through backward and forward integration that enables us not only to trade in raw and finished materials, but also in intermediary products. We also have an opportunity to tap into the emerging industries, including renewable energy technology, circular economy, and digital manufacturing. Fortunately, COMESA has been a seamless trading bloc for Kenyan manufacturers with minimal market access challenges. Nevertheless, we still face some bottlenecks which hamper the growth of intra-COMESA trade, which can be resolved by taking deliberate measures to reduce the cost of doing business while enhancing the ease of doing business. A resolution of persistent trade barriers. Even though COMESA has a small number of non-trade barriers, the existing ones, such as those touching on edible oils and dairy, have taken over 10 years to resolve. Colleagues, and I think this is an important emerging issue, we are increasingly seeing new barriers to trade through introduction of domestic taxes and levies, particularly excise duties on intermediary and raw materials. In some cases, these taxes are even being applied to imports from within our own COMESA region. While such measures may be driven by well-intentioned local policy objectives, they distort regional markets, go against the spirit of the free trade area, they disrupt supply chains, raise production costs, and discourage cross-border trade and investment. Ultimately, they weaken the very integration we have all worked so hard to achieve. If left unchecked, these protectionist actions could invite retaliation and undo years of progress. And if carried forward into new frameworks, such as the tripartite TFTA and the AFCFTA, they will stall progress and prevent these agreements from achieving their goals of a truly unified African market. I urge all member states to align their domestic tax policies with our regional commitments and to exclude such measures from future trade frameworks. Let us preserve the integrity of COMESA and ensure our free trade areas remain truly free. The average double-digit interest rates in the region are also too high to support the manufacturing sector, which is capital intensive. Most manufacturers' projects are long-term investments requiring affordable and patient capital. Not all COMESA all member states are members of COMESA. As Africa moves towards the implementation of AFCFTA, it would be strategic to ensure that COMESA countries take advantage of the already existing markets within themselves. This calls for COMESA to rally all her members to liberalize their markets under COMESA Free Trade Area. As I conclude, COMESA presents an immense opportunity for Kenya's manufacturing sector, not just as a market, but as a partner in building a more integrated, self-sustaining regional economy. As the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, we recognize that stronger regional value chain, harmonized standards, and improved trade facilitation are not just aspirations, but necessities. To fully harness the potential of COMESA, we must all collaborate, governments, private sector, and development partners alike, to remove barriers, align policies, and unlock investments that drive industrial growth. Let us move forward with a shared commitment to building a competitive and resilient manufacturing sector powered by regional cooperation and innovation. COMESA is our platform for progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hitesh Medirata, that is the Vice Chairperson at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. And of course, for intra-COMESA trade to be enhanced, the manufacturing sector must be supported. I am sure in all the positions that you sit in, there is something that you can do to remove a trade barrier and enhance trade. So I would like us to say, removing barriers, enhancing trade. Let's say that together. Removing barriers, enhancing trade. Again, removing barriers, enhancing trade. Thank you very much. I hope you remember that after the summit as you go back to your offices. That is the goal. I would now like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. James Chimwaza, who is the president of the COMESA Business Council, to address this forum. Let's give him a round of applause and welcome to the stage.
Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and Chief Guest, Your Excellency Dr. Hassan Kibeya, Chairperson of COMESA Council of Ministers, Burundi, Your Honor Lee Kinyajui, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Kenya, Honorable Ministers, Cabinet Secretaries from COMESA member states, Your Excellency, Madam Chileshe Mpundu Kapwepwe, COMESA Secretary General, I'll skip myself, Dean of Ambassadors, Permanent Secretaries and Principal Secretaries, representatives of government institutions, heads of institutions, heads of COMESA institutions, representatives of our cooperating partners, the European Union, the Federation of German Industries, BDI, AGRA, Chairperson of the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, CEOs of business associations and captains of the industry, members of the diplomatic corps here present, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to add all protocols observed because everybody here looks distinguished and deserving of recognition. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Thank you. At least we are engaging. Your Excellencies, distinguished head of state, honorable ministers, and esteemed delegates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of COMESA Business Council, it is my privilege to welcome you to the 18th COMESA Business Forum and Exhibition. We gather in Nairobi at the heart of COMESA Digital Innovation Hub to advance a transformative agenda that will reshape how we produce, trade, and synergize in an increasingly interconnected world. I kind of skipped the word compete to synergize because the demands out there are greater than what we can produce, so we will not be competing, we'll be synergizing to meet the demand that is beyond Africa, to the north, to the west, and to the east. So we should be synergizing to grow, starting from within Africa. Please allow me to extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Deputy President of Kenya, and Honorable Lee Kinyajui, the government of Kenya for hosting this landmark forum. Kenya's leadership in digital innovation, from the mobile money revolution to e-government services, makes it the ideal venue for our dialogue on leveraging digitalization to deepen regional value chains. Also, allow me to appreciate our COMESA Secretary General, Her Excellency Chileshe Mpundu Kapwepwe, and the COMESA institutions for their continued partnership and collaboration towards private sector development. I further acknowledge the dedicated CBC staff for the work they have put into organizing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since our establishment, the COMESA Business Council has served as an institutional voice of the private sector with our common market. Over 16 years of operations, we have fulfilled Article 18 of the COMESA Treaty, creating a vital forum where policy meets practice and regional aspirations are tested against business imperatives. This annual business forum has evolved into the premier platform for public-private dialogue in the COMESA region and beyond. Today, we bring together over 1,000 participants representing the full spectrum of our regional economy, from multinational corporations to micro enterprises, from traditional sectors to digital pioneers. I wish here to thank our partners and sponsors for making this possible. We will continue to rely on your support to fulfill our mandate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, reflecting on the 17th COMESA Business Forum held in Bujumbura, we must acknowledge both achievements as well as shortcomings. This honesty or openness is the foundation of effective action. This past year has witnessed significant progress in digital trade facilitation. The launch of the electronic certificate of origin system in Eswatini, Malawi, and Zambia represents a breakthrough. This system enables businesses to obtain certificates in hours rather than days or weeks, directly enhancing competitiveness. Financial innovation. Through CBC's partnership with High People Foundation, we hosted the Women in FinTech Hackathon and 40-day FinTech initiative across Zambia and Malawi. Over 150 women-led teams participated, showcasing innovations, redefining financial inclusion, and democratizing access to capital.